Hello, audience. My name is Dawson. His name is Justin.
Hello.
And welcome to episode 14 of the first annual Spooktacular. Today's pick is Justin. So, Justin, what do you have in store for us today?
So I was thinking of movies since I ran out of Scream movies to suggest, and I was just thinking of, and I had thought of what's a spectacular without a little bit of Halloween. So today we're watching the original Halloween.
Uh huh.
Uh huh.
Okay.
So let's get into it. And we're back. So we both just finished watching Halloween, and the synopsis is on Halloween night of 1963, 6-year-old Michael Myers stabs his sister to death. After sitting in a mental hospital for 15 years, Myers escapes and returns to Haddonfield to kill. So, Dawson, I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about this movie.
The okay. So I hate to be. I never want to be negative. No, it's not what I always want to be. I feel like I am a lot, but this movie was extremely boring. It just, I mean, if you thought Ghostbusters was boring, this thing must have been like 10 times slower.
Yeah, this movie. He
This,
didn't.
nothing happened.
Besides his sister, he didn't kill somebody for like 50 minutes.
No,
And
it was after 50 minutes. I was sitting there like he killed his sister at the beginning, and I was like, okay, that's kind of dumb. That the whole opener was dumb.
mhm,
I didn't find it particularly like it's supposed to be like his origin story, his first kill and whatever. But
mhm,
I didn't care because I didn't know the character that much. I mean, it wasn't even like a sadistic, crazy kill
mhm.
that would make you say, "Oh, this guy's crazy." He just
He
was a
stabbed his
kid, which
sister because his sister has sex rather than taking trick or treating.
and I mean, I didn't care. Then like an hour in the movie, he finally kills somebody by choking her,
Hmm.
and the girl he's choking is breathing the entire time. It's like when you're choking, that's cutting off oxygen. You might be able to get a few gasps out, but you're not like actually breathing throughout. She was like, it's like you're getting air into your lungs. You should be alive right now, not dying.
Hmm.
Like, and then that was just like whatever. And then he stabbed a guy and then hung him by the knife, which is not possible. Like
Hmm.
that, the guy would be bent over, and that would cause the actual knife to fall out. And then the only one that was kind of even remotely realistic was when he choked the girl with the phone cord. But even she was breathing through the entire thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, and then he was stabbed with a crocheting needle. Michael was, and then he was stabbed in the eye with a coat hanger, and then he was shot about 8 or 9 times.
Don't forget he was stabbed in the chest with his
Oh
knife.
yeah, and he was stabbed in the chest with his knife. I forgot about that. And he's still alive. And sure, you know, we all know there's more to these movies, so I'm not. I wasn't expecting Michael to die, but I mean, he withstand a lot of stuff. I mean, you know, I don't know. I just felt like this movie, out of all of the classics, um, you know, I wasn't necessarily, you know, so excited to see this. Like, I wasn't like, I wasn't, you know, I wasn't expecting you to pick it. I wasn't gonna pick it. But now that I seen it, I don't get what's so great about it.
I feel
'Cause
like it was probably like, scary in its time when there wasn't like much else like it. Like, I'm sure they had a good amount of horror movies back then, but
yeah,
like nothing like we have today. Like everything today we have is like extremely gory and like sometimes over the top, but sometimes like it's realistic, like murder and stuff within like horror movies. So it's like maybe back then this might have been scary because it was like 1978. But I feel like even back then this wasn't even that scary.
yeah. It just, I like, I don't expect every psychological thriller to be necessarily scary, because there's some art out there that aren't scary.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was just so slow. It's not a bad movie. It's just way too slow, and nothing really happens.
Mm-hmm.
In some movies, that's like the benefit. That it is kind of slow, and it does build up to a certain climax of the story that you're like, wow. But this never built up to anything. There was no point in this. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like there was none of that. I was never surprised. I was never scared. One thing in this movie that I do like, there are no jump scares that I actually jumped at.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few that were supposed to be in there, I guess, but I don't know if I was just expecting it or not. Um, but, if it was slow throughout, and then there was that giant twist, or, the climax of the story that you're like, wow, this is really cool. Maybe I'd be more lenient to say, okay, it's not that bad. But because there was really nothing there at the end or throughout the entire movie, it was just a disappointment.
Mm-hmm. I
And
will wholeheartedly admit, I believe that Rob Zombie's Halloween that came out in 2007 is a lot better. His sequel is complete and utter weird, but at least his rendition of the first Halloween is a lot better because they actually dive more into Michael Myers' backstory, and it makes you actually understand the character more than he's just a guy in a, what was it, William Shatner mask
yeah,
that just walks around and killed a few people for no apparent reason.
yeah. And I wasn't really looking for a rhyme or reason of why he was killing people,
Mm.
but it was just within these, basically three houses, or these two houses. Um, and I mean, he had no connection to these people besides that they were teenagers. It was Halloween night. I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's fantastic. She's a beautiful woman, and she was beautiful in this movie. I think she's a fantastic actress. But I even felt like she was kind of bored throughout the movie. And she played Laurie, the main character. Um, and I don't know. I mean, there's other great movies that she's been in, and maybe the Halloween sequels are better than this one. Maybe that they kind of got their ground footing, that they actually started doing more with the character, and more that I know that there are a decent amount of sequels to this, but when it comes to the first one, it just fell flat
Mm-hmm.
for me. But I know there are fans of this series. I know there's mega fans of the original movie, but I cannot say that I am one of them.
Out of the original three series, since well, we haven't seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street, but we've seen the remake of it, which I feel is kind of close enough. I mean, that might be blasphemy to say, but out of the original three, I have seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street too, so I can speak on it. I think this is the worst. Like, I even think Friday the 13th, which I didn't like very much, was better than this.
Yeah, because at least there was some type of twist. It wasn't like you were expecting it to be Jason for the entire movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it was his mom. And though I even feel like the kills in Friday the 13th were far superior,
Mm-hmm.
far superior, because it actually added suspense. These, like, some of the kills in Friday the 13th were a bit slow, but in this one they were ridiculously slow. Like, it's like they had no coordination, no practice. They had no stunt practice. They didn't do it at all. It's like it was a one take thing, and whatever came out of it, and it just seemed like they had no clue what they're doing. And the acting in this movie, Jamie Lee Curtis, the two kids were fine, but the rest of the actors were not good.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor was okay. The doctor that Michael's doctor was okay. The cop
Loomis.
was, huh?
His name is Loomis.
Loomis. He's okay. The cop is okay. But when it comes to actual Michael's kills, they were just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
and it just or the actors that portrayed his kills. I mean, they're just ridiculous, and I don't want to keep on I don't want to keep on like crushing this movie to the ground because I know there are fans out there, but it just I don't know.
Not for me.
Ratings?
Um, I there was nothing in me that really cared about this movie. I was bored of the entire thing. I'm gonna give this movie a 4. What do you say?
Do you know what IMDb rates this?
A 7.9.
Um, I'm gonna give it um a 4, 2, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Would you recommend it?
Um, it's a horror classic, so if you have any, you know, if you have if you have any ounce of want to the movie, then sure, but it's one that I think you could pass on. So I'm gonna put my thumb in between.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I would rather recommend the remake, but as for this one, I'll say thumb to the side. If you really want to see it just for the sake of it being just that classic like Halloween movie, then sure. But if you don't really want to watch it, then there's no point in watching it. So thumb to the
No,
side. Any
yeah,
final words?
yep.
Okay. So that's pretty much it for us, guys. Like, thank y'all for watching. Join us tomorrow for another Spooktacular movie. Is Dawson's Choice, and that's pretty much it. So until the next time, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.